folks, Jeff Perez here, and today I'm going to do a Gyotaku painting, or Gyotaku art on a fish that our friend Jeff K caught today on the Big Island. And we'll get into more details about the catch itself, but it's a beautiful fish, and we're going to capture it with the Gyotaku style paintings. And I just want to give you a rundown of all the equipment that I have today. Massive Kahala, amberjack family. So, big fish. First thing to do is to get the fish position where I think I want him facing this way. Okay, so one of the steps is to prep this fish. If I can, get his mouth open so it'll look more realistic. Like he was actually eating something. If I can get him to open, I'll use this toothpick, prop his mouth open a bit. Okay, so the fish is now prepped, so the fins, I actually have to extend them so they can look realistic like they're swimming in the water. So you got to be very careful about trying to get these fins out like that. I don't know if that's going to stay, but the key thing is to get that fin. Okay, now we got our fish. We have our fish positioned best I can, I guess. Now it's time to paint. Pouring it in. I'm going to assume, not trying to spill it, what that does. Looks like it's some kind of a dispenser apparatus. I'll give it a shot. I believe it just, okay, there you go. Just kind of okay, the eyes are not going to be painted simply because they are more gelatinous and it will not, the paint will not adhere to it, supposedly. So all other places, all other parts of the fish is fair game. So applying the paint, the sumi paint in this case, is tricky because you gotta, you want to make sure that there's enough paint on there, but not too much paint. So a lot of it is just trial and error, and I guess more experienced people know exactly how much paint to put on there, whereas this is actually my second Gyotaku painting. The first one being my son's lure that he caught, and I did a Gyotaku painting on that one. So this is actually my second piece, and right here is when you apply the paper is really kind of the most critical part of this, the whole process. And it's very nerve-wracking, at least from my experience and my feelings, and because there's a lot going on. As simple as it might seem, like just putting on a piece of paper and just, you know, covering the fish, it's a little bit more involved in that, and a lot of it is just how much pressure you're putting on the image or the fish, kind of massaging it in a way where you're getting all parts of the fish, and not knowing what's on the other side of that paper. You got to know where all the dorsal fins are and the rear fins and whatnot, and just the, you know, the important parts that need to really stand out from the painting. But so you really got to massage it, as we're doing here. You got to be careful because you could tear the paper if you have too much ink on it. As you can see there, there's some parts where it's a little excessive. It will cause it to blot, but more importantly, you might tear the paper. So you got to be really careful with that stage. And to me, it's like trial and error, but you know, hit and miss like everything else in life, right? Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. So I think it came out pretty good. I even put my stamp on there, which is really kind of very crucial part or important part of the painting, because that identifies who the artist is, you know, maybe the time or the year that was made.